Every single day, I get a comment on a video or an email from someone who says, my family thinks I'm crazy. How many of you are one of those people? You stand for the truth of the faith, and your people will tell you you're crazy. You stand for life in a world of abortion, they think you're ridiculous. You say IVF is wrong in a world where now it's even brought up in our political debates. And you say that's not what God would have. You don't contracept, even though the world can't even comprehend it. I was just told by a woman I know yesterday who said it's awful for a particular person that I was telling her about to have 10 children. She said, that's ridiculous. That's not fair. It's not fair to who? Well, not fair to the other kids. When you defend God's truth, because God said, be fruitful and multiply, you are going to be looked upon as crazy. When the world, I had family members, the entire family, block me because I will not acknowledge their daughter as a boy. Well, she thinks she's a man. So the whole family said, did you just misgender my family member? And I'm like, wow. No, you're all misgendering your sister, daughter, family member, because you all called her sister and daughter and mother, and now you changed. You should not be afraid to be thought of as crazy. I think of my standers. These are the holiest people in the world because they stand on the truth of their marriage and they say, I'm married. Just talked to a woman today who, when she had her ring on, and her family member said to her, or actually it was a friend, why do you wear that ring? Aren't you divorced? And she said, no, I'm married. She said, the world just wants to think I'm not. See, one of the things that people always said, and I've been correcting them when they said, well, I'm still married in the eyes of God, which would presume that you're not really married, but just God's the only one that thinks so, which that's enough. But I said, take back that language. No, I'm married. The world, my husband's just living in a state of legalized adultery. When we live in a world that is absolutely paradoxical to God, and we try to walk in God's truth, we are seen as crazy. And literally, people are starting to be jailed for standing on God's truths. The man I think of all the time who's being jailed because he wants to raise his son as a boy, and his person that the world would say is an ex-wife wants to call his son a girl. And he's jailed for not allowing that. Who's the crazy one? But I just want to encourage you with this. Everyone but 8 people thought Noah was crazy till the flood came. I mean, I have heard that it took 40 years. That's the vast majority of someone's life. And in the desert, he's building this massive boat on the ground in a place, hadn't had water, didn't have rain. Why are you building that boat? You're a freaking moron? They thought he was crazy, but you know what he did? He listened to God. He did what God told him to do, and he just kept his eyes fixed on God and kept going in that direction. Guys, you just keep doing what God is telling you to do. And if they think you're crazy, they think you're crazy. Who's they anyway? And if you do die and you've not been called crazy, you've not been persecuted, you may not want to be facing God, because perhaps you may have walked too fine a line where people couldn't even tell that you were a Christian. People couldn't even tell that you did listen to God. Speak the truth. Go in the direction of the Lord. And don't worry about what they think. Yeah, we're all crazy for Jesus, but his opinion is the only one that matters to me. I'm Dr. Christine Bacon. Thanks for watching this informational Bacon Bit. And as always, remember to live your life sunny side up.